Hey there lovelies, welcome back to my channel where we like to talk all things makeup. My name is Maddie and I'm so glad that you joined me today. Today in this video we are going to be covering blush contour. Now a lot of you have heard contour, there's highlight contour, there's bronze contour, and now there's also blush contour, which is not a new topic. Really, blush contour used to be a big thing, back in the 80s specifically. They put it really high up on their cheeks. So many bronzers that have come out lately that are more rosy tone for us fair-skinned people, but we also have these blushes that can kind of lean more towards bronzer, and so we can contour with them. I came across Cosmetics blush contour reel the other day, and it inspired me to make this video and to see, does her method actually work for the rest of us. She uses the cream blush stick from Cosmetics in Demure, and I used to have that. I got rid of it from my collection about a year ago just because I have so many colors that are very similar. And so we're going to be using one of those colors today, which is just the Rare Beauty liquid blush in Encourage. It is more pigmented and I'm not going to need nearly as much as she uses. But I just wanted to see, does blush contouring work for the rest of us? Let's go ahead and review her video together and then we will put it on.
A trick that I like to do to bring more color to my face is blush contouring. Draw that little button nose right there, right here under my eye. Again, here. No, it's kind of random, but you'll see it's all gonna make sense. Trust the process. Of course, right here and here. And I'm gonna add a touch right here. That is how I do my blush contouring.
Interesting that she puts it under her eye. That is a unique place to put a blush contour. Typically I stay away from pinks under my eyes because it can make me look like I have pink eye, and that's not super flattering, but I'm always up for trying something new. I already have my entire base on: foundation, concealer, and under eye color corrector, as well as a little bit of mascara, just so we can see how this full look looks together without any bronzer or highlight or any eyeshadow to distract from that. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So again, I'm taking my Rare Beauty liquid blush in Encourage, and I'm just going to put some on my hand here. And then she used a brush, kind of like this one, where it's a little bit flatter. I'm going to use that to apply the blush all over my face. She puts some here, there. I'm going to put here, on my forehead. I have a little bit left, and so I'll bring that under my eye like what she had. And then she put a lot right here, a little bit there. Put a little bit at the nose, top of the nose, and then she put some on her lip. Okay, so we have all of the blush contour applied. And now we're going to take a puff and we're just going to blend it with the puff. So she kind of uses like swiping motion, so I'm going to kind of do swiping as well as some patting motion so I don't disrupt my other makeup too much. Okay. She says that this automatically, oh wow, automatically makes your jaw look smaller. I would have to say that like really chiseled that out immediately. All right, let's go ahead. I always love putting contour up on my forehead just a little bit because it helps with blending into that hairline. I also like that she, she's more fair skin, and I like that she uses pink as a contour, kind of this like muted pink here, because for us fair-skinned people, pink is generally the color that we turn in the summer, not really, brown or tan, and so it tends to look a little more natural. trying to blend in around the edges. Okay, now we have everything blended in. My thoughts on it. I actually really love the forehead contour, putting the blush up there because naturally the sun does hit me from up there, and so when I get a little sun in the summertime, it does look a little pink, and so that does bring a lot of healthy pinkness to my face that I really do like, and that is, I have incorporated that into my everyday makeup routine where I do just put whatever's left of my brush onto the rest of my face. I really liked having it contour down here on my chin, my jawline. That really helped, like chisel that out, hide it away, any excess flab that we have under there. As expected, the pink under my eyes, not my favorite. Maybe it's just supposed to give more, a doe, dull eye look. But for me, it just kind of not my preference. I do like the contour up until about right here on the cheek side. I don't typically bring my contour, down to give that really sunken in look. That's also preference for me because I do have bigger cheeks, and so I just feel like if I, pack all of the color on and I try to contour so much on my big cheeks, it ends up emphasizing them more because I have so much color and so much going on. The nose, I did really like the little bit under. I do like the button. I think I brought it up just a little too much, but I do really like the button part of it. Again, it makes it look very natural and cute. I don't really like the pink above the lip, just because it kind of makes it look like I was sucking on a popsicle. But here you have the finished blush contour look. Let me know what you think down in the comments if you would go out wearing a blush contour look. Remember to like this video, subscribe so that I can create more awesome content for you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!